Hello, and welcome to the FM podcast. I'm Jen Fritz, and I run Fritz Media, a music publicity and digital marketing firm located in Vancouver, Canada. And this is episode number 62 of the podcast. So we've got a fun one for you this week. The topic of this week's show is finding your niche. And joining me on the show are Latour and Justin Camarena from the self-proclaimed #1 band in golf, MAJORS. And I figured these guys were the perfect people to talk to about this subject because they're a pop punk band that basically only writes songs about golf. And that's definitely what I call finding your niche. We had a great discussion about how the idea for the band kind of started as a bit and then became reality, and how they're leading the charge in what they call golf rock. And we also talked about the release of their new self-titled album, which just came out last month. This talk is a whole lot of fun, and I really hope you like it. Here's my conversation with Brix and Justin from MAJORS, the #1 band in golf. Well, hello, you guys. How are you doing?
Good.
Very well.
Good.
Thanks for having us.
Good. It's good to see you, Rich. You know, I think I've seen you recently because we do a lot of Zooms together. And sorry, I meant Brix, as you're known in the band. Your name is Rich and Brix, so I will be referring to you as both.
That's
and
right.
then we also have Justin. And this is our first time actually, kind of seeing each other.
Nice
right?
to meet you. Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. It's very exciting for me. Full disclosure off the top, your band, who we're going to talk about a lot in this episode, MAJORS, the #1 band in golf, is a Fritz Media client, and we have worked together on a couple of projects, just like to get that out of the way so the people know. So to get things started here, I'm kind of going to begin with a question that I like to ask all of my guests. And Justin, I'll start with you on this one. How did you get your start in music?
That is a good question. I think I was 13 years old when I got my first drum set, is actually how I started. And that's what got me into it. My dad, I came home from my dad got me a cheap drum set, and that's what I really got into. Got older, and then it was like hanging out, and they were like, we need a singer. And I just was kind of shy about it. And then I got to a certain age and was like, wait a minute, girls kind of like this when you do it. So I decided to be like, all right, let's do this. And then just high school bands, kept doing that, ended up moving to Canada to sing for a band in my early 20s. And that's where I met Brix. And then that's kind of how this whole friendship started, almost 20 years ago now, which is crazy to think about.
And Brix, how about you?
Yeah, I was trying to think when Justin was answering. I honestly don't know why I wanted to start playing drums. It just felt like something that I had to do. Like I wanted to play drums, and I remember my parents hated the idea of it, obviously, because they're loud, they're large. It means that everybody's going to be rehearsing at your house. It's just the worst instrument, but I wanted drums. So I said, okay, we'll get you a practice pad and we'll get you some lessons to start out. And it's, if you stick with that, then we'll talk about a real drum set. And of course I practiced for like 4 hours a day. This is when I was 10 years old. And they're like, okay, he actually means it. We kind of owe him a drum set now. And then, it was just to make music with my friends, and, continued band after band after band, getting better and better and better. And then wound up in the Fully Down, which is where Justin and I met. He saw us at a show in Detroit and followed along with the band. And then when we were looking for a singer, he submitted a recording of himself for the band. I rejected it. And then he was like,
I don't even think he listened to it, if we're being honest.
I must have not been of sound mind at the time.
Obviously. I mean, you couldn't have listened to it because it was absolute gold.
We need to dig that up, actually. We need to go review the tape.
Yeah.
But that's how we met. He came up and we lived together for a year and then played music together. And then, that was 20 years ago, and here we are again.
And you mentioned the band, The Fully Down. That was a band that you guys were in together. When was your peak time of this band? When were you guys riding high with The Fully Down?
I guess I could answer that. I think 2006, 2007 was where I think we had kind of our most, listeners and most momentum behind us. In 2005, we did the whole Warped Tour, so we were just off of that. And then I think 2006, we did the tour with Norma Jean and Between the Barrett and Me and those guys. So it was big, 12 or 2,000 cap rooms. It was a good tour, and we'd spent some time in Japan in 2006 as well.
Cool.
So it was probably around that time. And then Our singer left. Justin came on. And I think the best stuff that we ever did was as 100% the best stuff we ever did was with Justin, but we never wound up releasing it.
I know, that's what I was going to say. Like, when was the high point of the band? It was like, well, funny enough, it was about 6 months before I joined it. So it was like, because you kind of, like, as much as we liked the direction we were going at the time, it was like, you know, you're still, as much as you think you have it figured out, it's like, I'm still 23 years old and Brix is 21. Like, you're a kid, and it's just like changing singers of a band isn't something that a lot of bands do and get away with.
Yeah.
And at the time you're like, no, these songs are better. This is like, in hindsight, it could have potentially worked a little better if we just changed the name of the band, which is the label, I think you were saying, even suggested that.
Yeah.
And we're just, you know, we're like, nah, this band's sick. Doesn't matter. It's like, so it kind of just, yeah.
You're just young. You didn't know, right?
Young. Yeah. You do had a black. I mean, I ended up meeting my wife there, so it kind of all worked out for the best. But it was like that band kind of just fizzled out, and then life happened, and next thing you know, it's like, I miss making music with my buddies. So here.
Well,
yeah,
that actually brings us to the title of this week's show, which is called Finding Your Niche. And obviously, I wanted to talk to you guys about this because your band has pretty much cornered the market on a very specific niche as the number one band in golf. Rich, how did this happen? Where did this idea come from?
Oh, like all the best things, it was kind of a funny joke off the side that we've taken way too far. And now we're extremely passionate about it and take this very, very seriously. But in 2021, I think Justin called me up out of the blue. We hadn't talked in months, maybe years. And he said, hey, I've got a weird thing. I've got a proposition for you. I don't know if you're into it. And I think before you even told me what it was, I was like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. And it was a golf trip, an annual golf trip. So we got together with two of our other friends, and Justin started talking about how funny it would be if we just started writing songs about golf. Because we had the Fully Down was actually talking about doing some stuff around then, but never really materialized. And so, like, you know what? Yeah, I want to make songs about golf. I bought a brand new drum set. I've got a studio set up. We're making music, and we're making it about golf. And here we are.
Yeah, I looked at because we never text through our phones. We use Signal because it's, the whole me being in the States and being in Canada.
Yeah.
But I found an old text, and it was like the start of this. And we were trying to write Fully Down songs. And I had said, like, I can only write lyrics about golf right now. I'll use those as a place filler and we can change them later. And that was like the start of it being like, what if we just did this silly thing that we're thinking about? So.
Yeah, I guess you would think that it would start as a joke, and then eventually you're like, I guess, you know what, maybe maybe we can't do this. Maybe it will. Do you kind of, was there a moment that you realized that you had something there? Like the joke was over and we're doing this?
Yeah, when we started just maniacally obsessing about these songs. Because when we're writing the songs, we would do these, what we're doing now. We would do Zoom meetings or Google Meets while we were working on these. And every now and then we'd say a lyric and we would just be howling laughing. But that would last for 20 seconds. And then it was you forget that it's funny. And then you're actually working on the melody and working on the structure and working on the hook. And you kind of forget the funniness is what started it, but now it's you're just passionate about writing a good song. I
feel like it must be how if you were writing for SNL or something, you're all sitting around the writer's room and you're like, yeah, that's absolutely hilarious. Okay, yeah, let's dig in on this part. Okay, we're really crafting it, to be as funny as possible. And I think, once we sunk our teeth into it and realized that, hey, this is actually the jokes are landing. This is actually something that I would want to listen to. This is and the music is quality. Yeah, and all the feedback that we got from our friends was great too. So, people we trust, people who've been in the music industry for a long time. So, we said, let's go full tilt and see how far we can take this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I kind of wonder about is the thing that I find interesting about Majors is the branding is very funny. It's very tongue-in-cheek. That's a thing that, the people really, really connect with. But the songs themselves are legitimately good, strong, pop punk songs. So from the beginning, was it really important to you to make sure that the music could stand on its own kind of outside of the gimmick? Brix, maybe you want to handle that one?
100%. We wouldn't do this if it sounded like crap. It just, the joke doesn't land unless we're dead serious about it, right? And so part of that is,
that's true.
We have a professional mix engineer in Europe who does all of our stuff, who's also good friends with us, right? Like I've got arsenal of audio gear here that I've been collecting over the years. And then it goes into our social media as well. Like we're got serious about editing videos, and it's not pro yet, but it's getting better and better. So yeah, I don't think that this has the legs that it does if the songs aren't there, which I mean, you can say that for any band, right?
Yeah, that's totally true. Yeah. Justin, do you have any thoughts?
That's it. I mean, it would get, I mean, he said it well, but yeah, it just wouldn't, the songs are what makes it fun. We wanted to make songs that I listened to and that I grew up listening to. And that's really what it is. So it's
totally.
Justin said something to me the other day. He's like, Justin said, I want the reviews for this album to be begrudgingly everyone saying like the best album in pop punk came out this year and it's about golf.
Yeah, like part of me wants people to be pissed off about it. Yeah, be like, damn it, I hate that I like these songs so much.
That's
and
your
it's about
tagline.
some stupid sport that I don't even play. Like I would love for that to happen. That's the dream. That would be the dream.
I think that a lot of artists are kind of scared to lean too hard into like one very specific thing because they'll worry that it'll limit them in some way. Did you guys ever have that fear?
Not really, because we're just doing it for fun. Like at the end of the day, it's like we're not gonna get rich off this. We'll be surprised if we make any money off of it. Like it's ultimately we wanted to write fun songs about a silly thing and have a good time doing it. So there was never a thought of like, should we? Because it's like, who cares? Like even if we would be doing this if it was just me and Bricks passing tracks back to each other, just because if nothing else, it entertains us. So it's like if a few folks, like if other people want to hop on and listen, like great, but like we would be making these silly songs.
It's a good bit. You guys just have a good bit going.
And we didn't think that it would be a limited audience either when we started, right? And now we're starting to see and understand what the market is like for golf rock fans, which is actually bigger than we thought. But remember when we started, Justin would be like, I think in the first year it'd be reasonable to have 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was going to be
from that.
I was like, this is just going to be just spread like wildfire. This is so funny.
And then we learned that it was a little bit harder to spread the word of golf rock. So we're inching towards that.
Yeah, that totally. I like that you call it golf rock also.
It's going to be a genre.
It's funny you say that because since
genre.
we started this, we have like connected with two other bands for sure. There's like a punk thrash band who does this out of Florida. There's like a grindcore band out of near Toronto that does it. And like, we just couldn't believe it because we thought we were just like, no one else is silly. Yeah. And like, that's taken it to another level because it's so like a grindcore band doing this is just, it's hilarious. Yeah. And it's the same thing. We're like, yeah.
That's insane.
Think alike, I guess.
I would have never thought there would be anybody else doing what you do.
I know. I don't know if maybe we edit that out to make us think like we're innovators, but yeah.
We're leading the charge here in golf rock.
Yeah, it's like out of 8 billion people, 3 other groups of people have thought about doing it. So
there's also Hooray for Dad out of the US too. And he's a guy, he reached out to us, he found us online and he writes punk rock songs about being a dad. So it's like trying to get your kids to bed, but they won't go to sleep and things like that. So he's like, I see this crossover here. We got to collaborate on something. You know what? Probably we should.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, dad's golf.
That is our demographic,
right?
45-year-old males, 73% according to our statistic.
Yeah.
Do you find that like, is it mostly like punk rock fans that like you guys, or is it golf fans, or is it specifically golf rock fans? Is there like 2 different worlds of fans that you're existing in, or is it just kind of like one sort of type of person?
I would say mostly like most of the people who are into us are into the genre, but you do have a few folks who are like, holy shit, I can't believe you guys are doing this. So like those, that's, I kind of always say like, if you like the genre, you'll like us. If you like golf and you like the genre, like you're going to love us. At least that's, so those folks, because people are just like, I can't believe you're doing it. But mainly genre, like people who are into that kind of music I've found.
Yeah, the people with the golf crossover, the people who golf and like punk rock, it's like we will forever be married together forever. Like, yeah.
There's synergy.
There's a lot.
There is a lot.
So I did the market research There's, I think, 28 million people in the world who listen to Warped Tour style punk rock and are golf enthusiasts. 28 million. I could sell a couple platinum records with that.
Think big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think is like the weirdest or most unexpected opportunity that's kind of happened to you guys because of the golf connection specifically? Maybe that interview that I got.
Honestly.
Yeah. That's going to be incredible. By the way, is that like, are we waiting to hear? Well, that's probably behind the scenes, Jim. It's happening.
No, it's happening.
That's
it's happening.
incredible.
Brooks, why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so the wildest out of the blue thing that's happened to us because of the golf connection would be, this interview on Golf Talk Canada. So for those of you who aren't avid golfers
or Canadian
who are listening to the podcast, TSN, which is like Canada's version of ESPN, covers the Canadian Open, which is a large golf tournament that happens here on the PGA Tour. So they've got a full broadcast desk set up, think like, Super Bowl, where they've got the sportscasters there, and they run a podcast, or it's a TV show / podcast that they run there, and then they also do the regular live coverage from there of the actual tournament. So our excellent publicist, Ms. Jen Fritz, landed us an interview on Golf Talk Canada on the Thursday of the RBC Open at Osprey, TPC Osprey in just north of Toronto. So that is going to be surreal to be talking about a punk rock band about golf on TSN at the Canadian Open. That is wild.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do want to say also that Bricks was a part of coming up with this idea. So we it was a team effort, I want to say. Like at the beginning of talking about, the marketing around your new album, we were like, we should maybe talk to some, sports people, pitch some golf people. And you gave me a list of possibilities. So, it started with you, Bricks, is really, I'm just,
It was totally my idea.
I mean, I landed it, but but
I'm just the ideas guy.
You're like Steve Jobs. You didn't figure out how to do anything. You just said, "I want."
Can you do this, please?
Right. You're also a horrible person.
Yeah.
Oh
I haven't sent you my rider yet. We'll see.
Just wait, eh? Yeah. That guy is stoked though. He's like excited about it. Yeah, it's good. So, as I just mentioned, you guys have just released a brand new record, your self-titled album. It's your sophomore release. With this album, do you feel like people are kind of fully understanding exactly like the full picture of what Majors is? And also, like, do you think that you've expressed that fully with this record? Either one of you, go ahead.
I mean, I think it gets the point across. It's like, 13 songs of same genre, but like some are faster skate punk songs, some are a little harder, like rock oriented songs. But it's like I really like all the songs, and it's like this is it. This is like, I think Brick said at one point, it's almost like when the time we're making this record, this is like what we're capable of. So it was kind of cool to hear that.
Yeah,
because it's like if you would have sat me down 8 years ago and like hit play and said, you made this, I'd be like, no fucking way. Like, it's just beyond what I ever thought this would turn into. It's like good songs, good mix, good engineer. Like, I'm super stoked on it. So I hope people get the point, or it gets the point across of what we're doing.
I think they get the golf angle as well. Like, they really should by now. However, we did get a review. I sent out a couple things for placements. And it was one of these like hot or not things on Submit Hub where people just randomly will give you advice or feedback on your song.
Yeah.
Full paragraph of feedback, did not mention golf once. So I think they totally missed the fact. Yeah, it was She's Gone.
It was probably at least golf.
Yeah, that's
song.
fair. Yeah.
But like, what was I supposed to tell my caddy? What is a caddy in any other?
Yeah.
Anyways, but I think everybody else, other than that one person, they get it. We've got the look is dialed in. We've got the mid-century modern style golf outfits. We've got a golf cart on the cover of our album. We've like everything, right? Like, I think to miss that, you'd have to be missing many other things in life. So maybe Majors is not what you should be focusing on anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I would love that though. If someone just for someone who randomly comes across it, who's not really paying, and then it's like, wait a minute. They're like 7th song in. They're like, I think all of these songs have been about golf. What is happening here?
Do I like golf now? Oh God.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Kind of.
Yeah, you mentioned like the marketing of it. I wondered, like, does it make it easier to market it because you know exactly who you are? Like, that's like point one when you're like branding, right? Like, who are you? What is your voice? What are you about? You guys know because you're the number one band in golf. So does that make it easier, Bricks, to do that?
Yeah, from use a marketing term, like from an audience targeting, quote unquote, perspective, if I'm casting a net, I want to see people who like rock music and people who like golf. And if those two people are together, then they're going to like us, right?
Yeah.
99% of the time. So that's really easy for identifying with people and, people getting what your niche is, right? I think it would be a little bit different if I can't even think of a niche that like, more of a personality based one that's like, people who like to, everything that I think of has to do with some kind of sport, like, do you write indie music about going on trail runs? Like, I don't see that working personally, but hey, who knows? Yeah, it's easy for us to nail it because these two things don't really mix. So it's a simple search. Whereas I think if you just rock, like moody rock music, God knows, right? You're in a sea of people.
Yeah. But I mean, on the flip side of that, do you find it limiting too because of the marketing of it? Like, you can only kind of market it one way?
We haven't got through the full market yet, I don't think. Like, we keep finding new people to listen to music, and until 28 million people listen to our band, I think there's still work to go. So we haven't, I don't think we're going to hit that limit for a few years.
Yeah. I mean, something I think about, like when I first heard about your band and you told me about you guys, which I was just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. Like, what a great idea. Is like, I think having a niche kind of helps people remember you in an incredibly oversaturated music landscape. Do you think, like, was that part of the reasoning, or was it just a bit that went too far? Like, what?
there wasn't a sit down plan thing. Like, it really was being on a tee box, and then that'd be hilarious, and then singing lines like, "Oh, that'd be good, and then there was never. I don't think we ever had a plan of world domination. It was like you saying a bit that went too far is like the perfect way to say it, because it's just like we played a show in Ottawa a couple weeks ago, and we opened up for one of my favorite bands of all time, Strung Out, who's just like a classic skate punk band. And I was just like, I said it to Bricks, I was like, I can't believe this is happening right now. Like, this is a joke that we started on a tee box, and like, we have an album I love, and we're opening for my favorite band. So it's just, it's wild.
From the actual, like modeling the look and the feel and everything, we were just learning, right? When we did our first record, we were, okay, I downloaded TikTok, things like this that were completely foreign to us from back in the day, right? I think you were talking about this on your last episode of the podcast about, back in our day, promote a show, you would go and tape a whole bunch of posters on lampposts, right? Yeah, and we liked it that way, right?
Yeah.
But now it's, so we had to learn how to edit video, we had to relearn all the audio. So like my old audio software was, way out of date. It was 15 years old. So I had to buy all new stuff. And so that we were just kind of figuring out how to do a band in this era. And then this time around, we actually sat down and said, okay, what are we going to look like? What is this, what is the direction that we're going? And let's put a package around it so people understand exactly when they see us, they know, okay, this is a band about golf, 100%, no questions asked. It's kind of like to have a good brand, you want to be able to have somebody dress up as you for Halloween and know who you are, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So if somebody can dress up as you for Halloween, then you've got a good brand.
Oh, you said it.
Can they? They can.
They can. They can just wear the golf outfits.
100%. Look at us. You look fantastic.
You're two handsome men. Come on.
Like, I wear this around all the time now anyways. I look like Mr. Rogers.
Okay, so wrapping things up just a little bit here. There are so many artists right now. I just kind of alluded to a really oversaturated market. And there are so many artists that are trying to appeal to like everybody online right now. What would you say to musicians who are afraid of narrowing their focus, or maybe afraid of embracing something specific, or maybe unconventional?
I think you got to go small to go wide to start, because we tried it from the top down, and like my last answer that I gave, there are all these playlisting services and there are all these other things, and you can go put your song out there and get 20,000 streams in 2 months, and great, but nobody's returning. You're not building a community. You're not building return listeners and people who really love your stuff, right? So I would have skipped all of that and just started right down in the nitty gritty, talking to people at their level and slowly building from there. It's really the best thing to do. Meet people who are like-minded, who listen to similar music, who have similar tastes, and 5 return listeners over the course of a year is going to do you a lot better than, in the long run, than a big playlist once for a big spike in your Spotify and you're done.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what's lost in the music industry right now, is people are so focused on, getting views, getting likes and all of that. And none of that means nothing if you can't perform live. A lot of labels who are signing artists are realizing that, like, just because they had all those views, that doesn't equate fans. And it also doesn't mean that they're good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
It's just it's just a different world. Like it really is. It's the whole, like, the Instagram part of it. It's still, we're like Brooke said, we're learning it and we're like doing our best with it. But there's sometimes where it's just like, what am I, like, when I'll be like recording a selfie video, I'll be like, what am I doing right now? Like, what am I doing right now?
You're preaching to the choir over here.
I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
You think I'm happy about having to make video clips now for my friggin' podcast? Like, yeah. Got away with it before. Not anymore.
Yeah.
You do have to suck it up and do the work. That's the other thing. You really do have to suck it up, and it's a job. Put it on a calendar. Think. Yep. The other thing too is, we're like, oh yeah, we'll just do content. We'll just do a funny thing and then we'll post it and that'll be fine. Nuh-uh.
No.
You got to actually sit there. You got to sit there, think about what's the setup, what's the joke, what's the landing, how are you going to edit this together? Did you get the right shot? Oh, the sun was behind you. I can't see your face, so I can't see your expression. Cut, try it from the other side. So you do all that, spend 2 hours filming, then another 3 hours editing a 30-second video, and then and then that's one day.
And that's just one day. I know.
And you got to post tomorrow too.
Yeah.
And then you're like, this is going to be huge. Yeah. And then you're like, fuck.
And then it's just like crickets.
2 unfollows.
Yeah. Okay, so now's probably a good time to head on over to our fresh content segment. Every week on the show, we discuss our favorite piece of music content for the week. And we always like to start with the guest. Okay, so Justin, I'm going to start with you. What have you got for us?
It was a record I listened to when I was traveling to and from Ottawa for that show. It's the new Flatliners record.
Oh, nice.
Another Canadian band. And it is, it's awesome. Like, its production's great, songwriting's great. And it's dudes who've been, like Bricks and I said, like, we were in that band in 2007 together. I think they've been a band since 2004, 2003. Like, they've been together forever. And it's just a very, it's just awesome. It's awesome. I don't want to like gas them up too much, but it's an awesome.
It's their best record for sure.
And the vocals, like it's just an awesome record. Like, he sounds like no one else. It's great songs.
Okay, cool.
That's what I've been listening to the most. Like,
I will definitely listen to that. And Bricks, what do you got?
I took the question as more of a who's your favorite on social media right now?
That is, that is. It's like whatever you're liking that's related to music. Do you know what I mean? Like,
So this is a good one, and it dovetails nicely into the last content discussion that we were having. I'm always looking for ideas to steal from other artists, and this guy Logan Prescott, I think his Instagram is it's Logan Prescott. Okay. He's he's an individual singer-songwriter. He writes rock music. The music's really good, but he spends a lot of time editing his social media videos, and it's the quality of his videos is incredible. Like, you could just go through his reel, and he does awesome
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, I always am looking through reels to find musicians that make great content. So that's a good pick.
Logan Prescott is one, and if you want another, J.O. is really good. J-A-Y-O.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both kind of from the same school. Nick D and Connor Price are both
I
pretty
love
good
Connor
as well.
Price's. I love his music too, but like his stuff is like chef's kiss. Yeah.
Right? And he must take a lot of time working on that, but he does such a good job. He's probably one of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the visuals and Logan Prescott stuff are so good. The camera angles, the cool tricks, all this stuff. It's stuff that I'm going to be ripping off. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. 6 months from now, you'll see it on Majors page.
Stick around, guys.
Yeah. But wait, there's more.
Okay, so my fresh content for the week is actually something I never thought I would say, but it's the new Foo Fighters album, Your Favorite Toy. Not that I have anything against the Foo Fighters, but, they tend to be a punchline for like a certain kind of, music nerd or, and that's just because they make like super digestible, radio friendly rock. So a friend of mine recommended it to me and I kind of initially poo-pooed him because of that. Like I was like, Foo Fighters. And then I had already heard like the lead single and it was really heavy and I liked it. And the thing about the Foo Fighters is I do like when they're being heavy. Like I like their heavier songs. So I was like, okay, well, I like that song. And then I listened to it and the whole album's that. And I was like, okay, like here we go. So yeah, it's really, really good. Like if you're looking for, guitar-based rock songs, which you guys make as well, but I'm still over here trying to, waiting for the 90s to come back because I just want like, guitar-based like rock to come back into like the full culture. Like I think we need it as a society. So,
It's coming.
Yeah.
I think it's coming.
Yeah, I really hope so. But also, if you're a runner like me, it's really good, like run to get your rage out music. Yeah, the new Foo Fighters, Your Favorite Toy. I will link to that as well as to Justin and Brick's fresh content in the show notes so you can check everything out. And I guess that's it, you guys. Thanks for joining me.
Yes.
Thanks for having us. A lot of fun.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. And where can people find you if they want to find out more about Majors, the number one band in golf?
It's the number one band in golf. You can go to our website, majorsband.com. But if you're like most people and just go to Instagram, it's Majors Golf Band, or just put Majors Golf Band into Google
search.
And there's plenty of stuff. Thanks to our lovely publicist, Mrs. Jen Fritz.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye.
See ya.
Bye. Thank you.
That one was so much fun. I hope you liked it. Thanks again to Brooks and Justin for coming on the show. Thanks so much for listening to the FM podcast. If you like the show, please tell your friends and give us a 5-star rating and review in Apple Podcasts. Or you can also help us out by telling a friend about the show, or you can post about it on your socials, whatever you want to do. We'd really appreciate it. The FM podcast is produced by me, Jen Fritz, for Fritz Media, with production assistance from Carla J. If you'd like to learn more about Fritz Media, check out our website at fritzmedia.ca. And to learn more about the podcast, go to thefmpodcast.com. A big thank you, as always, to Said the Whale, who provide the theme music for the show. Okay, so we're going to go out with our Song of the Week this week, which, of course, is going to be from the number one band in golf, Majors. This is from their new self-titled album, and it's called Thinkin' 'Bout.
Score when I'm standing in the line at the grocery store. I'm thinking about getting fitted for clubs when I'm giving my wife a sensual back rub. Even when I'm at my kids' ballet, I'm thinking about betting on the PGA. Thinking if I keep hitting it pure, I might have a shot at making the Champions Tour. My mind is racing and pacing. I can't let anyone know. A never-ending invasion and addiction to the core. Thinking about wide open fairways and never having a rain delay. A magic picture inside my mind. I'm thinking about the dew on that morning green and piping one of the very first team. Lost in my thoughts and chasing daylight.
Bye. I'll see you next Tuesday.